So today we're doing summons for Shion. However, it's going to be a little bit different than usual because Shion actually wanted some input on their RTA teams. So we're going to go take a look at their RTA comps. This is just showing their arena defense. For whatever reason it does this, if you guys are unfamiliar, it shows the arena defense is just like a meme defense. Let's take a look at, first off, let's take a look at the monsters in there. But they got a lot of nice units here. Okay, seems good so far. Let's go take a look at some of their matches. My battle, and let's see. So first thing that I'm seeing is you're not doing enough matches. I'm not sure. We could take a look at the win rate, but 51. You can still climb with it. I mean, 50. We're gonna have to try to bump that up a couple percent. Well, actually, they did 623 matches this season. So you just haven't been doing a lot of matches this week. Wow, you do a lot of RTA. 1041. Jeez. So you are doing plenty of RTA. You just need to improve your win rate. I think that if you improve your win rate 1% per week, I mean, you're not going to continue to be able to do it 1% every single week, but 55% win rate, you can climb with that. Let's take a look at some of their matches, and let's see how we feel about them. So the first match here that we're seeing, there's a couple things that stand out. Number one is they weren't trying to contest speed, but there was 2 speed leads picked and 3 strippers. So they're lacking defense breaks here. There's only 1 unit that defense breaks with 1 skill. They have additional damage with 3 of these units, but they picked too many strippers. And I mean, sometimes the strippers don't work and you need to pick like 5 million strippers, but they could have gone a little bit more aggressive with the damage instead of all of this strip there. So that's the first thing that I'm noticing here. I wouldn't have gone double fire at the I like the opening. It makes sense. I wouldn't have gone double fire, especially I feel like this one got banned out and they just kept the Leica in because there's already things that counter Leica. Like the Juno counters Leica and then the Moore are also counters Leica. So I don't know if I would have picked Leica in that instance. I probably would have picked like another support. That's like maybe not similar to Riley, but you have 3 damage dealers, and we have 4 damage dealers. So I'm curious if they just banned out the Riley and then just left all these 4 damage dealers in. But yeah, there's only a lot of times I like to mix it up. If I'm playing a bruiser team, I like to mix it up with half bruisers and then half support units, or like 3 bruisers and 2 support units. This way, if one support gets banned, at least I have another one. So that's just my takeaway on that. And it looks like I'm curious if they just banned out the Riley and then they had no supports there. Interesting. Okay. Was not expecting to see that. I don't know why they're picking the Leica in here again. Because there's things that counter Leica already. There's all these multi-hits, and then there's also... Yeah, I wonder if they just banned out the Wusa. I mean, we can see if we want to, but then it's going to take like another minute to just get in and out of the battle. So they really like to pick Leica. I think maybe less Leica picks. Also, I see that you picked 2 supports here. I would have picked, well, he's kind of a damage dealer support though. Let's see what else they have. 3 strips. 2 defense breakers. That's nice. But the 3 strips. And did they just ban out the Vanessa? I feel like they just possibly banned out the Vanessa. So this next one I think is fairly well-rounded. They have 2 supports. They have 3 damage dealers. They have this to take care of the... Well, 2 of these units here on the bottom take care of the Water Hollyberry, so they don't have to worry too much about that. I'm assuming that the Antares got banned out. And they won that one, so... I wouldn't pick Leica in here. So they lost that one. I think that they're over picking Leica, in my opinion. 3 fire damage dealers. This is a weird one. Again, okay, so this is another one that's, in my opinion, it's imbalanced. There's 4 bruisers. There's 1 support unit. So if they just leave all of these in and just ban the Riley, I'm curious if that's what they did. And they picked a Riley into 2 fires. So they picked the wind into 2 fires. And they just keep going fire. But I feel like the Riley just got banned out. So let's see what this one... So here we have a fairly well-rounded draft. They have 2.5 support units and 2.5 damage. Because, I mean, Bulwark is both a support and a damage dealer here. You know that they're going to leave the They keep picking the Leica. Hold on. There's things that are strong against the Leica. They just keep picking the Leica. And you know they're leaving the healer in, the Ululu. That's kind of what I'm sensing a pattern here. I don't know why this was the pick. I don't know why this was picked into Bulwark. I think that this is an odd ending. They might not have some of the... So it looks like they don't have a Leo. Okay, so we need to get them a Leo because this, just like this opener, just screams like you pick Leo at some point in this draft. So I suppose they're just hoping that, do they not? Maybe they don't have a Bellio because a Bellio would have been good here. Leo would have been good here. Molly would have been good here. So I guess they possibly just don't have those units. Water Holly Berry is good, but yeah, if they had Leo, that would have been picked there. Again, 3 strippers. 3 strippers, only 1 defense breaker. So they have the CC here, but too many strippers. So just basically two things that I'm noticing is sometimes you pick too many strippers, and sometimes, so instead of one of those strippers, pick some kind of damage. Some kind of AoE control cleave damage kind of thing. Like maybe even like a Savannah, because Savannah wouldn't have been bad here. So just my thoughts. This one is kind of just RNG. We don't know what's gonna. They picked. They don't have any heals here. So they're on basically borrowed time for that. They did win that, but it's kind of an RNG matchup. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this one. We see that they're going to leave the Nephthys in because they have the Veramos there. They have the Annabelle there. So we know that the Nephthys is going to make it through. I'm curious if they banned the... I feel like they don't have to ban the Diana. I wonder if they just banned the Riley. And I would have picked something else instead of the Nana at the very end. I would have picked maybe like a... Maybe like a Fire Lich or maybe like a... maybe like a... Wait a second. Like a... Oh, no, never mind. Leica could work. Possibly. Like the one match that Leica could have been a little bit more useful than some of the others, I suppose. That's just my opinion, though. In this last one, I would not have picked Leica in here. Okay, so 2 main things which is going to improve your win rate at least a couple % is you pick Leica too much and you're using too many strippers in some of these matches. Those 2 things. Just fix those 2 things. A lot of the draft is actually not bad, though. What fun units. Well, they have Savannah, too, that they could be using more. They're also Praha. Why not Praha? You could use Praha some. You could use... Oh, Carlos could be a fun one. You should consider picking Carlos and stuff. I didn't even know they had Oliver. Did they pick Oliver? I don't think they picked Oliver. There's a couple of these units that like, for example, Carlos, Oliver, and Savannah, I think could be used more often than you are using them. That's just my takeaway from that. Also, this. A Chroma. Anything else that could be really solid in storage, just hanging out there? I mean, obviously, a Lucia is top tier, right? Oh, Chow is also... we need to get them Leo. We need to... Oh, Rika! Rika, Oki, Rakan. I would consider maybe using some of those. This one is also a very good strip. Not enough people give him credit. This is another nice one. You might be able to stick this in some of your drafts and have that be very effective. You should consider using Ethna as well. And Charlotte, but at least consider it. At least consider the Charlotte or this one. The Wind Bison. Yeah, just a couple mistakes. Just a couple things, or in my opinion, things that can be... Oh, also, I would ruin this up. Have this as an option. Because this could be very nice against a lot of the things that counter. If you got the glancing hit and the attack power break, mostly the glancing hit is what I like for her, right? If you need the strips for your control units, your control cleave units, I think the biggest thing... Let's take a look at what they actually have in terms of units. No Juno! Juno would be a great thing to summon today. Okay. So we're hoping for Juno. This would be another nice one. I know we kind of fell out of meta. This is another nice things to have. Nice things to have. Okay, let's see. Water once. What are they missing for water? No Basset. I don't think Basset really, in terms of RTA. Abellio, Josephine. Okay, so Leo, Abellio, Josephine. Whatever else we said from the first one. Oh, Juno, right? Some of these could be really nice. Some of these other, the newer ones. What else do we have? Yeah, Leo. We knew Leo. He would have been picked. No Shung Peng. That would have been great. No Dominic. All right, so there's a few units that would be very, very impactful. Let's get onto the summons because there's so many summons to do. They have 2 blessings. Oh, we need Leo. We need Leo. Let's see. 195. Tell me that they're not trying to hunt for Leo. Hopefully we get them Leo. That's not a Leo. Decent picks sometimes, though. What units are you hoping to get? I guess we could have read this earlier. Leo, Shungpung, Dominic, Perna. No, Perna. Okay, I mean, Perna's a fun unit. Not. Well, maybe I don't give Perna enough credit in RTA. Perna was much more. I don't know why I skipped that. Perna was much more meta in RTA quite a while ago. But things have changed. Nora, Juno, Josephine, Abellio, Bastet. Okay, so we basically have the same idea of what units. But you got some good stuff in storage that you could be picking more. Just pick less. Don't need the 3 strippers. Pick less strippers and something else like a Savannah or something. And then consider picking like a less. I really like a. Ooh, maybe they don't have. I don't know if they have Molly. Did you guys see a Molly? I don't think I noticed if they had a Molly or not. We're really hoping for Leica though. Do they have any wind? Wind legendary, I mean. Nope. Nope. Leo, Shungpung, Dominic, Perna, Nora, Juno, Josephine, Abellio, Bastet. Oh, maybe it's not in order. I don't think it's in order. Because it's all wind, and then all fire, and then all water. So, love your channel and content. Keep doing a great job. I don't do a great job. I don't know whose channel you think this is, but... Also, if you can give any advice... Oh, yeah, we did. Keep Manon if you get her. I want the Summoner's War version. There's just a couple things that could improve their win rate. That Leo's gonna be Leo, Josephine, Abellio, Juno. I think those 4 units, and ruining up a couple of the things that you have in storage. I think between those 2 things. Yeah, let's stick this in here. I think between those 2 things, you should get... Oh, I keep forgetting about Clara. You should be able to get the... I want to say the rank you want. I'm sure they want legend rank. I'm sure everyone wants legend rank, you know? Not realistic, but... Watch, there's someone out there that's like, no, I went from C2 to legend. I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, right? But legend is basically only for people that are willing to spend 6 figures. There are some people that have gotten legend rank in RTA that have spent less than that. I know Obabo hasn't spent, or I don't believe Obabo has spent 6 figures on the game. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't think he has. I don't think it's. I don't think it's even close, but not that he's free to play though either. So let's be honest. But yeah, it is possible to do it without spending a house. It's just very hard and requires a lot of work constantly. But like C3, G1, I feel like I feel like if they keep pushing and they keep improving a little bit here and there, C3G1. I think anything harder than that or anything higher than that would require a little bit more, a lot of it more. But C3G1 is, I feel, attainable here for them. No Nat 5 so far. That's a bummer. It's really just more about getting the units because they need 4 specific, or in my opinion, mostly 4 specific units are going to help what they're trying to do. So not even about just like getting, like if you get 5 Nat 5s and they're all Tashar, that doesn't really help, right? That doesn't really help the game. Or help to bring you closer to your goals, unless your goals are to run a full Tashar team. Fire Hat Boy. We're just summoning to storage now. It's taking a little bit longer, but let's just put these in storage. Where it's right here. Cool. Speaking of, oh, they're waiting for the Perna. Or maybe they're waiting for it to Tashar. I don't know. But I see the 5 Sigmaris there. Fused. Just waiting. Nothing still. I want to pay attention to how long these summons are. We might just do, I always say we're not going to do all the summons, like all the 1,000 mystical scrolls. But I kind of want to see how long it takes if we do. Just out of curiosity to see if we go. Oh, here we. Oh. We'll check the dupe list. I don't think I remember what Carlos is on the dupe list off the top of my head. Yeah, feed for ancient crystals. Feed them dupes. They should be picking Carlos. Well, they're not even picking Carlos as it is. And some of those matches, actually, Carlos would be decent. Like, when you're getting cleaved, Carlos is not bad. Also, when you're cleaving, Carlos is not, like, Carlos is a pretty decent unit. I get scared of him sometimes. You got to kind of manage Carlos correctly after his buff, where he increases attack gauge and cuts in. We need something premium. Yeah, they need some of those. I suppose they don't need. Nice premium LD wouldn't be bad either. Well, they do also have the Achroma. They could be using the Achroma more. Yeah, you can use the Achroma against it. Like they had that cleave team. Wait a second. I want to see that. I want to see how they responded to the cleave team again. Because a Bellio, Achroma, Molly could have been nice there. It's this one, yeah. So they did this, but yeah, that's just like the Tessarion for the resistance lead. Is that why they needed another HP lead, in my opinion? They also needed not Tessarion, and I don't know what Bulwarker's really going to do there. If they had a Molly, they would. They don't have a Molly, right? They would have picked the Molly. I don't see no Molly. Yeah, Chroma. They could have picked the Chroma there. But yeah, there's some instances of getting cleaved. Like if you're going to get cleaved, a Bellio's great. Chroma, Molly. The Wombo combo of Xingje and Hollyberry. And if you're going to get controlled, Juno, Josephine. So Those two would be really nice. New! And this could be very, very solid. Very nice, very nice. Let's do the fire and waters. Wait, what kind of fire ones do they need? Oh, we're just summoning to storage. I kind of want to see... Yeah, I kind of want to see. We're going to take this out because I'm sure, going to feed. We're back. We got 2 blessings out of this. I'm really hoping that we can get something... Well, we got the Nora. We got the Nora. The Explorer. I'm hoping we can get like another two on the wish list. 2 of the ones I think that they need more than the others. Because I don't think... Perna is going to be good for guild content, but Perna's not going to be as much of an RTA champion. Perna's not going to be as impactful in RTA. And they weren't like, oh, I really want to do better in Siege. Well, Leo helps in Siege too. So let's see it. We're hoping for Juno here. Actually, let's not do these fire ones yet. Let's do the fire ones after they have no... Oh man, I don't know how long the video is going to be. I wanted to pay attention to how long it was going to take to do like this many scrolls. To see if I should still be saying, because I've been telling people that we can't do like 1,000 scroll sessions. I know people are going to possibly reference this video. They're like, you did it for this person. Be like, well. But I do want to see if 1,000 scroll sessions is not as long as I think it is nowadays with the new 10 polls. And me paying attention, because you know a lot of times I don't pay attention to the summons, and I'm like looking at Steam and I'm looking at Google Play and I'm looking at all that stuff. So new over dupe. We are getting new units, so we can complain. I like to complain, but not the end of the world. We're summoning to storage now, aren't we? I feel it. I can feel the lag. Shimate. Bruisers are very strong in the current meta. You just need the right... Well, bruisers have always had a place for quite a while. You just need the right ones. Man, I remember when back in the day, all you needed was Artemil and Ragdoll, and you were set. I didn't have Artemil and Ragdoll. I mean, the Artemil, yes, but I don't think I even had, at that time, I don't think I even had Artemil. Possibly. Or did I? I don't, well, no, I guess I got Artemil on the Europe server account, not my main. I don't have an Artemil on that. If you ever see Artemil Ragdoll, sorry, it's Artemil Volantis. If you ever see that on one of the videos here, that's the Europe server account. If you ever see Oberon Lydia, that is the Asia server account. If you ever see Nephthys and Elenoa, that is the LD only account. I don't think we have any. And then, like, all, you know, the stuff on the main. Light Monkey, Dark Ninja. Obviously, because we see them every 5 seconds, like every video. God forbid I don't use those. And then what? Celia, Light Heart Magician, Shazam, Light Beast Monk, and Alexandra. I think that's it. I know that's 5. That's a lot, right? But, or if you count the other ones, that's 11. But that's across years and years and years, multiple accounts. Almost a decade of playing. Almost a decade of playing on multiple accounts. Yet still, it has 11. everywhere. And spending money. Ridiculous. I don't buy LD scrolls though. So spending money, but not on the LDs, because LDs is just like it's just a dumpster fire. $9,000 on average for an LD if you buy all LD packs, because you only get one from $30 US dollars. Ridiculous. It takes almost 300 to get one LD5 on average. Could take more, could take less. You could spend $30 and get an LD5. It's a that's the only time that that you get a good return on investment in Summoner's War. Everything else is like the worst investment you will ever make in your life. Summoner's War is basically the worst investment you're ever going to make in your life. Spending money on Summoner's War or any mobile game, not just Summoner's War, any mobile game. Unless you get extremely lucky and barely spend anything. Oh, jeez. I miss her old skills. I personally feel that she was nerfed because I feel that she was more useful with that attack bar manipulation that she had. But it's a different unit now. It's similar. It's kind of mostly the same, but it's just does different things. Since it was a change and not a direct buff or nerf. Not like they made the skills better or worse. They changed them to a different skills. Somewhat. But that's just my personal opinion. I like the attack gauge manipulation. It's like a fire 4-star version of Charlotte, kind of. With that added bonus. Actually, Freya might be a decent unit against Cleaves. Because we were talking about them having the issue with the Cleave. Like, they didn't really pick the right units, but they didn't really have, in my opinion, the units that I would have wanted to pick. Like, I would have wanted to pick Abellio. Is Abellio on the... Yeah, Abellio is on their wish list. So I would have wanted to pick Abellio. I would have wanted to pick Molly. I would have wanted to pick... They could have picked a Chroma. They didn't pick a Chroma. But I would have wanted to pick those. But Freya, they could have picked a Freya. No one really thinks, including myself, really don't think about, like, oh, I'm going to pick a Freya, but... How crazy long is this video already? I don't know. It's multiple video files, so I have no idea how long it is. You guys can see how long you've been going. But I cannot. Nat 5? Good unit in my for my playstyle, for the units that I use. Also, that's the thing. Excuse me. Is that everyone has a different, maybe not everyone has a different playstyle, but a lot of people have different playstyles based on what units they've summoned and what they like to use. So while Abigail is a very effective unit for me, some people are going to get very little use out of her because they're like, no, I play a different playstyle. I play Bruiser all the time, and I don't have the same cleave units that you do, the same control cleave style things. I gotta stop playing control cleave though, because I play a bunch of different styles on a bunch of different accounts though, because my accounts don't have the same things on all of them. So, but it's such a bummer to go in with like a light monkey, which like on paper is very strong, and sometimes he is very strong in use. But sometimes he just doesn't do anything. Like sometimes he just lands nothing with skill 3. Or like one sleep. And I was like, what am I gonna... I can't... like, it did nothing. So, yeah. Sometimes it's very disappointing. But that's RNG. I would like less RNG in my matches. Because when it all comes down to it, that's most of the time. I mean, sometimes I mispick, sometimes I misplay, and I look back at the videos. And I'm like, why did I do that? That's not the right thing to do. But you know, in the moment. Sometimes we get heated and we play silly. I think that's anyone, though. Mostly anyone. Some people are very good. They don't get heated. They don't get upset. They don't get anything. They're just indifferent. They laugh it off. Again, bringing back Obabo. I don't watch a whole lot of Summoners War content creators. So I know everyone's disappointed. But I actually watch his stuff. I actually like him. As a person as well, he seems like a nice guy. I've, you know, hung out in his streams a couple times, a while ago, not recently, but yeah, he doesn't get tilted like I do. Like, I get pissed off. I get super pissed off and I like try to make sure that's not in the video. I get super butthurt. Oh man, they're both. I feel like if he gets a buff, he's going to be ridiculous. I feel like if he gets a buff, he's going to be good. He's already pretty good. But I feel like this guy, I get that feeling. He said use better judgment. I get that feeling that this guy might be crazy good. Like in a year from now. He does ignore defense. But I feel like he might be crazy good in a year from now. Like, it wasn't completely a miserable experience using him. There's a lot of stuff. There's so many water units being picked now that it was hard to take him into matches, like to try to force him into places, because I was like, there's so, just like opponents picking like 3 water units. Like, I can't pick him into 3 water units. He's going to, like, squishy fire unit. He's going to get destroyed. But I feel like he's gonna be good. I feel like he has a lot of long-term potential. Seems like this is going by much fast. I mean, like, we know obviously the 10 pulls. Oh, look at all this lightning. We know obviously the 10 pulls are faster now, but seems like it is a pretty substantial difference. A lot of lightning now. Okay. This guy. He's pretty fun, though. He has Oblivion now. So he's got a crit resist, he's got a defense buff, and he has Oblivion. I don't think this was that long. Again, I will, and I'm not going to take into consideration the RTA discussion that we had at the beginning, but I want to go through and I want to see if maybe we don't have to tell the people that have like 1,000 scrolls saved. Like, no, we can't do your 1,000 scrolls. We'll do like half of them. Because that's what I've been saying to everyone, is just like, we'll do like a few hundred. But like, some people have like 2,000 though. Like, how are we gonna do 2,000? That's a lot of thousands. Well, it's not a lot of thousands. I mean, if we're thinking about like bank accounts, that's not a lot of thousands. But scrolls, mystical scrolls. But if you guys have 2,000 LDs, well, first off, I would definitely judge you if you had 2,000 LDs. I'd be like, how did you get these LDs? Like, no option of getting 2,000 LDs is a smart option. No option. The 3 options you have for getting 2,000 LDs. Number 1 is you spent a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. Like, a lot of money on scrolls in a phone game. Which is not a good option. Second option is you saved for like 9 years. Even then, you wouldn't have 2,000. I mean, you have over 1,000. That's for sure. Which in my opinion, is silly to save LD scrolls for like almost a decade. Jeez, for almost a decade. Because then you miss out on having, I mean, not that you're going to get like ridiculous units, but you miss out on having units and using them that you would have otherwise had access to. So like all those RTA matches where if you had the Molly, you know, that could have been game changing. You know, or your siege or arena defense or something like that, where, you know, Molly would have been, you know, or Antares, not Antares, Halphus. Like some of those, even 4 stars or Martina, you know, those can be very, very useful. So you just lose out on access to some of these very, very useful units. And then the third option is just to get them gifted by Comtuous, which I feel is the smartest option. But then I would also kind of be butthurt because I'm tired of people getting gifted things from Comtuous. Or rather, it's not that I have a problem with them being gifted things, is I have a problem with them lying about being gifted things. That's what I have a problem with. You know, if they negotiate with the company and they get things, then that's fine, but just don't lie about it. Just my personal opinion. I know some people don't care, but just my personal opinion. When people are out here not getting LDs for years and years and years and years, and then you see, yeah. Anyway, 2,000 LDs though. If you have 2,000 LDs and want me to lecture you, then hit me up, I guess. I'm gonna quit Summoner's War one day and then like 2 years later get an email. I have 2,000 LDs. Let's do the video. I'm like, oh my goodness. Take me out of retirement for 2,000 LDs would take me out of retirement. Triana. I haven't seen anyone use Triana in RTA in so long. Against me anyway. I'm sure people still do, but we could take a look at some we don't need to take a look at Triana matches. I'm curious how long this video is going to be. Nothing. I think we could use some more of these 3 and 4 stars in RTA though. Sometimes, like especially Lucia. Lucia's got not that bad. Actually, not bad at all. I think is a solid pick. It was used to counter Artemil years ago in RTA, but yeah, she's actually pretty decent. I think people would be surprised. Or, I mean, we did a video on her. Or 2 videos, actually. Didn't we do 2 videos? There was enough content to actually... she won enough to do 2 videos. That's the crazy thing. It was very unexpected. But also, some things just work well with the units that I use. So I'm not saying everyone's going to have that same results with Lucia, though. She won enough that I should probably do all of my RTA wings every day with her and see where we wind up. Because for the most part, I'm just doing... like, I do RTA when we want to see a specific unit. I'll, like, just do a bunch of matches, and I'll see which ones are good, which ones are crap. No. But... we did not get the units that we need. Des no bueno. Why do you have so many? So many Valkyrias. All right. Some crazy. Let's get some crazy. Let's get a Molly, right? They don't have a Molly. If I don't know if they were not. No, they would have used it in something. Or the other option is they did use it and they were disappointed that the passive never activates and then they stopped using it. That could be it. I mostly just hope that they get Leo and one more solid unit. All right, light on done. Eight more. Man, I really was hoping we were going to get some kind of at least LD4 that's usable. She was a Hall of Heroes. Ripperonis. All right. We have 11 legendaries. We have 6 legendary attributes, and we have some transcendence. Let's go. Hopefully we can get maybe another blessing. Even if we don't, they could just get blessings from, like, if they want to use something that we summoned as a blessing. We got new units, though, for the most part. Water Rakasaka. Some of those Rakasakas aren't that bad. We are... No, we're not summoning it. So why is it a little lag? Water Bayek. I can't wait for these units to get buffed. It's such a bummer to, like, have these units come out and then be like... A lot of the stuff is not really as creative as the old people that were working at Com2uS. Like, there was just so much more creativity. I feel. I'm glad that they're doing balance patches more often, but just some of these units, I'm just like, hey, it's like the other thing that we have already in the game, but it's just a little bit different and not as good. Like, what is the point of summoning it then? Like, what is the point of spending money to get things that are mostly like the other things that we already have, but not as good? To get it now, and then hopefully it gets a buff. Right? Or wait for a buff, because a lot of things are going to get buffed eventually, but we just have to wait. Fun. Perfect! Oh my god. Okay, so do we actually get a usable unit? There we go. We got the Molly. I have to edit a lot of that out of the RTA videos too. It's just me exhaling. Because there's a lot of me yelling in between matches. Also, that's the pick ban phase where we clip out like a lot of stuff. That's one of the things. Well, you guys don't like those anyway because people are skipping through them. And... oh, this is the one we didn't choose. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, we got 2 Transcendence. Is there anything that we can feed to maybe get... hold on. We're going to come back, and we're going to see if maybe we can feed something. All of these mysticals from the event. We summoned so many mysticals today. So many mysticals. I just want to see if we could feed before we get the Transcendence. As I'm skipping the 4 stars. This is going to be a crazy long video. It seems like it's definitely not as long as it was. As like these same size summon hordes, summon stashes. Part of me honestly can't, like, I like making videos for you guys, but part of me like just can't wait to stop saying summon. I swear to God, I've said that word more than I've said any other word in my life. Summons, monsters, oh, fantastic. I'm kind of curious. I suppose there is a way to check that, though. Not in entire life, but I suppose there's a way to check by taking all the data from the YouTube videos, going to the captions, scraping all of that data from all the caption data from all the YouTube videos, and then putting it into a database, and then seeing what the most used words are. It's probably like and the and like, and it's not summon, but summon's probably like somewhere between number 10 and number 20 on the list of the most used, the most said words on the channel. Oh my god. All right. Ripperonis. Do we have more? Yes, of course we have more. We have like 12 more. Yep. All right, I'm not doing the extra 2. It just hangs out there. It's just like, hey, by the way, I really, really, really want them to get a Leo. Leo, Abellio, Josephine, Juno. They didn't have anything we could feed for blessings. We don't have enough to get a blessing, right? Because I really want them to get... See, this is why the video is going to take long, is me doing this. Yeah, they got nothing that we can... Well, we might get a dupe here. Let's see. Probably not going to be a dupe. Unless it's a fire. Wind Cassandra we can feed for a blessing. Because we just got the Wind Cassandra, right? I just want to double check. Yeah, we just got the Wind Cassandra. Okay. We use better judgment. They seem to be aggressively feeding things for... Watch. It gets buffed so crazy. And then everyone's like, oh, too bad you don't get the dupe Wind Cassandras. All right, we got the blessing. Let's go. Possibly we shouldn't have even clicked on that. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, well, this could be used for a siege. But sadly... Oh, hold on. Sadly, we didn't get the... Man, we did not get the units. What did we come up with? New. Where's the other ones? Oh, Molly. Molly was the other one. She's somewhere. And Molly. I was really hoping we were either going to get like an Abellio or a Josephine or something. Something. All right, guys. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope your summons are going well. I will see you as always in the next one.